guns, the knives, the aerosol. Smashing the niggas that's trying to stop the dough. To get focused, nigga, we about to blow. The money, the jewels, the cribs, the cars, the clothes. The bitches, the guns, the knives, the aerosol. Smashing the niggas that's trying to stop the dough. To get focused, nigga, we about to blow. The money.
Welcome to another live show at the Blunt Lab. I am Al, joined by my brothers Marcus and Rick. What's going on?
What up? What's up, boys?
Yeah. Just want to start off wishing my mom a happy birthday. Love you, Mom. Hope you're having a great one. See you tomorrow.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Mom.
birthday.
Yes.
Birthday, my Dukes.
Oops.
Excuse me. So, yo,
My Dukes.
did y'all happen to catch wind or see footage of the Anthony Joshua accident over there in Nigeria?
Yeah, I've seen so much of videos of it. Different elements. Yeah.
I've seen pictures.
I dug
haven't
into it a little
seen
bit.
the video.
Like,
I dug a little bit because there's this is obviously pretty much every single one of the fighters that Jake Paul has gone up against has had some shit happen either right before or right after.
So like
So
Ben
I made
Askren, Ben Askren, the lung thing. What's his name? Woodley went bankrupt.
Yeah, sir.
Tyson Fury's girl broke up with him.
Mike Tyson and his shit getting sick and everything right before, and then they changed the date.
But it's
Nate
like
Robinson.
Nate Robinson with the kidney issues. But here's my thing: all those guys followed the script, with the exception of Joshua.
Well, maybe they got scared into it. Maybe they slipped up. Maybe it was warnings, sacrifice type shit.
Because they're saying talk is that when you see Jake Paul do the tongue thing in the ring, that's him reminding the fighters that hey, get back on script, stop hitting me in the face. And apparently Joshua was like, "Fuck your couch, nigga. I'm gonna punch you in your face," and fucked his shit up. So the rumor is that Jake Paul is a fucking curse.
Yeah, one way or another, no matter how you slice that shit.
Well, he's still a bum.
Two fits.
Yeah, dude. But dude, what was it? 2 people that died? Joshua's trainer and
His boy, his best friend.
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
And he has he had a fight scheduled after this Jake Paul thing. Like that was already all set up before the Jake Paul thing went down. So I'm unsure of how badly hurt he is and if it's going to affect his upcoming fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But nonetheless, I'm glad he's okay. It sucks that he lost 2 people, and yeah, my condolences go out to him. My condolences also go out to the Jones family who lost their daughter, Tommy Lee Jones.
That seems so tough too.
Yeah, I'm unsure of how that went down. I think she was only 34.
Yeah, like 37, 34, is there something like that? Yeah.
Jeez.
Man, she is no more, dude.
Dead in a San Francisco hotel room.
Yeah. She is no more. So my condolences go out to them. And yeah. And Joshua, dude, hope you're all right, buddy. Hope you all right. Now, I guess we can talk football for a sec, or a little bit. I mean, the 2 of you pretty much are the only ones that have something to say since you guys were the only ones.
Let me get it. Go ahead and get it out. Rick, I love you, man. You're my brother. I'm so hurt by what you did this week. I'm not even gonna lie. I was walking around and I was kind of in a daze because I was like, "There's no way I lost." I don't know if I was just overly confident or what. I was like, I can't believe I lost. I thought I had it, and I want to throw this out. I'm gonna get your flowers in a second, Rick. I hate Bryce Young. I hate him so much. I don't even know him personally, but you got a number 1, bro. Get the ball, bro. Josh Allen. Why do you have to run every touchdown? What does James Cook do there? What is his purpose? And now Trevor Lawrence is the guy we thought he was gonna. Man, whatever, man. You know what?
I've had Trevor and Josh Allen like every year the last 3 years.
The injuries, like we all know, because we're a part of it. The injuries have sucked this year, and it started the season like that. Losing Rashee Rice and Devontae Adams when I did, like, and then Matt Stafford, bro, you were the MVP. What happened? At least if I would have started Purdy, I'd have had a shot.
Yeah, you didn't start Brock.
Season. Yeah, going into next season, Bijan Robinson. I see you, brother. You're on my radar. I'm watching. But all that aside, Rick, congrats, bro. You're a beast. Like, this is the rivalry it's become every year. See me and you at some point in the playoffs. So
yeah. You know, I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. I honestly think it's because we're the GOATs. Like, we're like.
I think that's what it is.
We're like The Rock and John Cena, or like Roman Reigns and The Rock. I don't know, whoever. You know what I mean? Like, however you want to throw it. You know,
well, no. You know, let me throw my 2 cents. I think you guys cheated.
Jordan,
all right, I think you guys set this up.
You would say
so that I could taste. Hey, dude, the spanking you took was similar to the spanking you gave me. Like, I was like, I was like, man, I said this shit. I was like, oof.
And you know what?
Babe, the whole day, Mike, I was like, babe, this shit. I was like, this shit looked like.
I was telling myself, 75 points, 3 guys, I can do this. We gone.
That was possible. I mean, like, obviously, that's a comfortable lead to have going into that game. And those 3 guys, if it would have been in the middle of the season, it would have been a totally different story. But I mean, I told you in that week, I couldn't give you too much of advice because I was the one playing you. But when I saw you not starting Brock and you were starting Stafford, I already knew what time it was. Stafford didn't have a lot to play for, and Brock and them are still playing. They need home field all the way through.
That's true.
They need it, and they want it better.
And I didn't know, like, going into that Sunday or into the Monday game, because of the outcome of the Niners, I didn't know the Rams were like, they could not get the number 1 seed. But my thing is, I thought they were still trying to play for the 2, because not the 2, but the 5 seed. Because if you fall to 6 or 7, you're playing, Philly or the South winner. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like they were going to try to like win so they don't fall into the 7 seed. Because that's still an option for them.
The teams playing for the number 1 spot and and their division spots were the ones that needed to play this week. That's the shit you have to play. At the end of, I say it every year. Again, I started out 1-6. I say it every year. What matters, and mind you, 5 of those 6 losses were within less than 5 points. So they were very, very close anyways. So I only have 1 loss in the double digits, and it was less than 20. So like it wasn't really like my 7-7 record doesn't really show the whole picture. But same thing in the beginning of the season, I lost Tyreek, I lost Mike Evans. I mean, I started losing motherfuckers left and right. And it was about watching who was stepping up in other places that wasn't drafted. I held on to those guys. I held on to Mike Evans. I held on to Waller. I held on to some guys that played out later in the season. And I was like, got towards the end of the season, I said, I'm going to watch who's playing to win. And then I beat the number 1 seed because he didn't play his quarterback he should have played. And I beat you, Marcus, because you didn't play the quarterback you should have played. You still would have everything else the same, and you switch out those 2 quarterbacks. I still win by like 16, but it would have been a lot closer. But all of my guys in the Super Bowl week, Marcus, put up dubs. Every last one of those motherfuckers, but the defense and the kicker all put up 20, except Jahmyr Gibbs. Because Detroit played like shit that night. Otherwise, everybody put up fucking dubs. Like it was monster. It was over. It was a great season.
If I would have started Purdy, the number would have looked a lot better going into.
Yeah, you would have only lost by about 16. You would have lost by about 16. I ran the number on it.
But I was thinking, like, if I have Stafford and Kyron, like, they're gonna help each other. You know what I mean? Like, Stafford, let's throw him the ball.
And you had the running back from the other team.
Yeah. And Kyle Pitts We saw what he did
Pitts,
at Tampa
yeah.
a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh, Pitts could go for 40. I don't know where that came from, but
Listen, and if that
Rams
game would have
defense-
turned into a blowout, they would have started sitting guys. Like I'm telling you, that game was not important enough for them, and that was the key.
that's the problem.
Well, in the other league, Micah is doing damn good. She's still holding
She's
the
got
number
that.
one spot.
This is the last
She
one.
had- She had so much fun.
She can't be caught. Yeah, she can't get caught. I think she's got me by 80 points. Like, I would need to have everybody on my team go for 20 and everybody on her team do terrible. Which is
You have no idea how,
Matt was making moves on it today too.
dude. You have no idea how pissed she was when she lost the number one spot for a little bit. She was like, "Oh hell no! Oh hell!
Oh, I can imagine.
Hell no! Y'all have no idea how competitive she is. Like I put it this way: we no longer play 2K with one another because I don't like to lose, and I hate the way she beats me, and I accuse her of cheating.
That's why I don't play a lot of shit, Al. I don't play a lot of games because I just don't like to get too competitive.
You know, like, and that's why I just want to say, fuck fantasy football. The both of you cheated. I don't give a damn
stop.
how it went down. All right.
I'm going.
And,
I'm not gonna lie. This loss lit a fire in me, bro. I thought it was like
That's what happened to me last year. The last 2 years, bro. The last 2 years, I was the bridesmaid. I was the bridesmaid the last 2 years. 3 years in a row as the bridesmaid. 2 of those years were just like I pretty much got cheated, as I would say. And then last year, Marcus spanking me in the last week there, or got beat by like 30 points or whatever it was. I was like, no, this year, like, it ain't going down like that.
Look, I've never won. Okay, so F the both of you. All right, I've never won a Super Bowl. And in the other league, with Micah just cleaning house with us, dude. The fact that I got out of the 8th spot was shocking to me. Because Gabe, I think somebody was helping Gabe out. I've been meaning to text Gabe.
It's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Because I'm like,
let him get
how
some
the fuck
help.
is this dude getting all these damn points? I'm like,
I like the
man.
points league though. I like it's a cool alternative to like the regular
the win
matchups. Yeah,
I'm gonna
like, as I was saying with the playoff format. I didn't think I was going to, but I do like until I lose to a lower seed. Then,
well, I mean, like those examples come up where, like in the first week, the 3 seed got beat by the 5th seed. So in a four men only going to the playoffs, Al wouldn't have even gotten to the second week because, well, not in the winter bracket because you wouldn't have been in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
However, that shit went down. But yeah, I think we just played what basically we did. So you guys, so the people listening understand, we for the first time we played our league, our main league, through Yahoo instead of ESPN. And there was some clear things that I liked incredibly leaps and bounds better than ESPN. There was a couple things I didn't like as much. I guess I kind of works in every kind of duopoly that's out there. But I think if we have like a session where we all sit, we maybe go to 10 teams with 2 divisions, and we set up the playoffs a little bit differently. Where we got a bye for the top 2 teams, like whoever wins each their division gets a bye in the first week. I did like the ending at week 17 instead of 18. I don't know about y'all, because this week, guys, like, look, these weeks. You think last week had some games that didn't matter? This week, all the games don't matter. There's maybe 3 games that matter this week, and that shit's frustrating. We're in our Super Bowl mode. We need our guys, our top performers, to play. So I did like the ending in week 17. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That worked out pretty good.
So I think we should sit and have a community discussion about it all, and maybe now tweak our Yahoo a little bit. We just did the bare bones default setting on pretty much everything.
And Michael wants in the regular league if there's space available.
Well, that's what I mean. Like if we go to 10, we can probably pull that off. She just earned her way. She just won the CFL league. She wins the CFL league. She earned her place on the shit, and
like, dude, she doesn't know how it happened, but she's in the NBA fantasy league. She has no idea how that happened, but she's, as of right now, she's still undefeated.
Nice. NBA is hard to keep up with if you don't watch basketball every day.
That's true.
NFL, you can get away with it, even though there is a game or two, Monday and Thursday and shit. So you have to kind of look at it all week. But at the end of the day, like you just kind of, set and forget and pay attention to make sure nobody gets hurt. And in NBA, you got to change your rotation every day because of who's playing and who's not.
And I believe the computer drafted her players for her too, so she's got like a killer team. Just killer.
I hate that auto draft crap.
Well, seeing how it worked out for Lenny going forward, if I don't retire.
At the end of the day, he basically, you're not retiring. We won't let you. At the end of the day, he got the first pick and had it on auto draft. So he pretty much was getting like the best pick available every time it came around, which is a decent enough strategy. It doesn't always work out good, but it worked out good for him.
Well, if we can work it out to where I get the first pick this coming year, that would be great.
Hey, now this is something I would really like to put on the table is we should come up with a way that we create the draft versus just doing it how the thing picks random, like where we do some sort of competitions, multiple ones where we kind of turn them in our way into that position. Obviously we have plenty of time to get it set up. We could definitely turn them in our way into the draft positions, or even like we do a bunch of like different kind of competitions, tasks, things like that, if you will, that equate to like drop lotto balls. And the more things that you like win and do, or, points that you gets you more lotto balls in there. And then we pick an order type shit. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. That would be really cool. And then we definitely need to do, because we don't like to do the money thing, because then that makes it like, I don't like to do the money thing because it makes it serious. Right? You know what I mean? When people are playing for money, they tend to have it. It's not going to be as fun. You know what I mean? In that regard. But if what we had was like, have you seen some of these? Oh, bro, we should show some clips of these one next time we talk about fantasy. But the things that these different leagues do, like when you're the first place and the last place, like they'll obviously the first place stuff is pretty cool. They like take dudes out. They go like. They'll be like, go to a certain place for dinner, his choice of place for dinner, and they got to buy him dinner, or they go to like a strip club or different things like that. But the losers have to do wild shit. Like they'll make the last place people do shit. So every place like that doesn't make the playoffs should have to do some embarrassing shit, or have to do make a video of some shit. Yo, for real.
You and Marcus still should get a ring for winning.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that this year. All right, I pretty much made it up in my mind.
Even if the other guys don't want to,
I'm getting to a place where I can make that happen. It's just priorities.
Chip in and get that, because that stuff's not expensive. So
it's just something we need to do.
Yeah, we'll do the chipping in and get that shit taken care of. But predictions. Who do you?
This is going to be a great playoffs. Is my first prediction.
Yeah. I mean, granted, my team's not in it, but
I like this. It's wide open. Yeah.
We'll start off with the AFC. Who do you guys got coming out of the AFC? No Super Bowl predictions. We'll leave that for the future. Right now, we'll just do what's
like kind of wild card and who's going to the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Marcus.
Excuse me.
Jacksonville is on a tear. Denver's defense is for real. Like, if their offense shows up even halfway, they can beat anybody. New England. I want to say
New England.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be this soon. Like, I feel like they're ahead of schedule, which is cool. My heart wants to say Buffalo. Now win. Like, this is literally the perfect storm of things to happen for y'all to make it and win. But I have a feeling that it's not going to happen, though.
No, Buffalo doesn't. Buffalo doesn't have anything more than Josh and Cook.
Yeah.
Outside of Josh Allen and Cook, they don't have anything else. Like, I thought Coleman would be a little bit more productive. In my personal opinion, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator or if it's a personnel type thing, but I believe Kincaid and Knox are completely underused.
Oh, yeah.
And could be used better in other places.
They're getting used, but they have minimal plays. They only have a few plays that each of them run. That's for them to catch the ball.
yet,
Mhm.
which is crazy.
They do a lot of
they're
blocking.
best.
They're the reason that those guys, like both Mahomes and Allen, the way that they're able to bounce out to the outside, and this year the league has their number on. That's the reason that Mahomes and Allen don't look as amazing right now, is because what we always talk about on this show is the teams start to get your number. The more film they get, the more times you have to run plays and they see shit, they start to lock down that type of offense really good. And what's happening, I'm going to tell you right now, I see it clear as day, and I've had this conversation with other, well-minded sports guys, is that the reason that Mahomes and Josh have done so good with the option, even Lamar to an extent too, this is just a little bit different. But these two specifically is they bounce out to the outside. They have the centers so well, and they get everybody guarded really well in the center, and sell that it's going to be in the center, and then they go out to the outside. So what teams have figured out is all they got to do is put two outside linebackers out here, or two safety corners, depending on the rest of the setup, and come around the outside, and those guys can't bounce to the outside. They're being forced to go up the center when they run the ball, and so they're not getting that production that they were.
And
you're absolutely right about Buffalo.
And another thing that's changed for Josh and Patrick is the fact that both guys lost the offensive coordinators that they were running with, because Josh lost Dable, Patrick lost Bieniemy, and then both those guys also weren't the same when Diggs left Buffalo and Tyreek left Kansas City. Like, they've been trying to replace those guys since they left, and they haven't been able to do so. So it's like, yeah, I know they definitely got them figured out, because like shit, but they also don't have the talent that they had before
100
to make those plays that they used to make. But you were saying, Marcus, about
There's one more. All right, no, with Buffalo, that's my heart wants. I guess I'd like to see that.
They're the only New York team left.
That's true. If Baltimore beats Pittsburgh to get the division, I feel like Baltimore is, for whatever reason, I think they could be very dangerous, because Lamar hasn't played up to his level yet. Derrick Henry seems to be, getting his legs. The defense has been way better than what it was early. And I feel like nobody's going to take them serious.
Is Lamar playing?
Because they're going to have home game. He said he's 100% playing. He said there's no question he's playing. So, and Pittsburgh already has secured their over 500 record, so they're good. Because I feel like they make the playoffs there in the first round. Who cares? But Baltimore, that would be my sneaky, let's pay attention to what, and that's in case they make it, because there's no guarantee. They might lose tomorrow, and then that's off and nothing.
So let me ask a stupid question, because I haven't been really following. So who's left in the AFC? Buffalo.
So the AFC is the league right now, bro. It's definitely got the toughest teams. Now, to break down each team that's effectively playing for it right now. Number one, in order to beat Jacksonville, you're going to have to be able to run up the score, because Jacksonville is going to score a lot of fucking points, right? And I don't think that Buffalo or Baltimore even, or Pittsburgh, can have that kind of output that's going to be necessary to beat Jacksonville. That's one. Two, Denver. Denver has the best defense, and honestly, that's the reason they're winning. They win the AFC and have the one spot, is because that defense is just insane, and Bo Nix is just playing very, very smart football. I don't think any of the other teams. Okay, like I want to root for Buffalo. I really want to root for Buffalo, and I want Josh to get one. Maybe it's the brainwashing working, but I don't think Josh doesn't have to worry about getting through the the Bengals or getting through the Chiefs. Bro, Denver and Jacksonville look way better than those two teams have looked in the last 5 years. Like, the AFC is going to be a tough.
New England too,
and that's what I mean, and that's what I was going to say next. And this doesn't even credit New England. I don't think New England goes deep in the playoffs, though. Could be wrong, but I don't think they're going to go deep enough in the playoffs.
I actually don't think Jacksonville is going to make it past the first round. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to do Trevor Lawrence things and make mistakes.
Quite possible. but it's going to be about who they play. Because even all of the teams that are going, even the Texans, all the teams going to the playoffs of the AFC look good, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Colts looked good, and then that all went to shit.
That's a shame for them. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of pulling for Danny Jones. Even though
That's what I'm saying.
The Giants, I was kind of pulling for Danny Jones. I'm like, you know what? If Saquon could do it, homie, go on and get yours too.
Danny and Saquon showed you that it's the organization.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the best way to word that.
For sure. So I guess for me, coming out of the AFC,
it's tough. This year is tough.
It is because again, because Buffalo's the only remaining New York team and the actual real New York team. I want to pull for them. I want to root for them. And I mean, I pray for them to win. I pray for them to win.
I'd love it for Josh. Like, I think that would solidify. I mean, he's already one of the GOATs or one of the greatest QBs.
He's about to have a baby. He's about to have a baby with my girl.
I'm telling you,
to be a dad. Super Bowl ring was that might just make this a perfect year in life, bro. You got married, you have a baby, get a Super Bowl.
So I mean, maybe since we haven't seen Kincaid and Knox do anything, maybe some plays have been developed for them that coordinators haven't seen. So
same for the playoffs.
You know what? I'm gonna go with my heart on this. I'm gonna go with Buffalo out of the AFC. Even though I know those other teams are tough, those other teams are also young as well. Drake has been beasting it up. The Patriots. I mean, shit. Who would have effing thought that? I would not have called it. I don't even think I mean, shit. I was wrong from the jump, saying that Kansas City would be in it, and they're long gone. And with Baltimore, I mean, if Lamar is going to play, maybe they have a shot. But because of his injuries, man, he hasn't played the same. And I know it's because of those injuries.
Oh yeah, it's probably being a mobile quarterback. As soon as you don't have your mobility, you lost a lot of value.
When you're afraid to like press on the pedal, it's going to affect how you play. And I don't know, man. Maybe him and Henry ball out. Who knows? But I'm gonna root for Buffalo coming out of the AFC. What about you, Rick?
I'm gonna root for Buffalo all day, but I think Denver or New England will probably go to the championship.
That would be a fucking damn. That would be a damn good game, dude. Who would have home field? Would it be New England?
Again, in which game?
If it were to be New England and Denver in the championship.
Denver would have home field in that, and New England would have home field over Buffalo. Denver's the number one.
Denver's got the 1 seed, but
yeah, Denver has the 1 seed.
For the lose and Jacksonville wins, Jacksonville will get the 1 seed because Jacksonville did beat them a couple weeks ago.
Yes,
so Jacksonville.
It would go.
A shot.
Yeah, it goes basically. Even though I think technically New England is the 2 seed, right? I think though it goes Denver, Jacksonville. New England, like with the home field part of it.
Oh shit!
As it gets in there, yeah. But
a damn good game.
But yeah, that first week, anybody gets banged up, it's on. Those wild card games, Denver's going to have a huge advantage, and they're going to need it. They're going to get that extra week of rest, and they're going to have home field throughout. You know what I mean? So it's on them to lose it.
Shit.
You got to go to mile high up there in the elevation and play that defense.
Ooh.
Look.
Yeah, Buffalo would have to play. Buffalo is going to have to play away the entire playoffs, and I mean, other than like, if it goes the way that it should with the other games, Buffalo would have to play away.
Yeah, they're wild.
I think they could pull it off. Again, if they have developed plays for Knox and Kincaid, that would be their joker right there. You know what I mean? So. Right. What about the NFC?
Rams, man. I know they looking crazy last couple of weeks. That's my team. I still rock with Staff, man. That's my guy.
The Rams look solid and consistent, and had the all the appropriate pieces, just enough experience and youth balance. They're just their coach. I love to see McVay win. I'm with you on that, but San Francisco, if they can stay healthy for the next 2 weeks, San Francisco's got a chance. They got. I think San Francisco. If they win this week, aren't they number one? Marcus, or you posed? I think Marcus is froze.
I think he is frozen because it just looks like he's looking at us.
Yeah, he got stuck. They got him.
It might be got him. It might be finally got him. But yeah, to echo Marcus, I'd probably be pulling for the Rams, and I like San Francisco too. But I'll probably be pulling for the Rams.
Y'all see me, right?
Oh, yeah. I can see you now, Butcher. We thought you got
homie.
You got
froze up.
Try again. I'm like, what?
I was like, oh shit, they got this.
You were all froze up, my guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, to echo Marcus, I
was gonna say the Rams.
I like the Rams.
But the NFC West, man, one of them teams is probably gonna be it. And like the South, I guess, Carolina or Tampa. Philly could still, they can still do it. They're the defending champs.
Not to hurt Hugh's feelings, but F the Eagles, dude. I don't want to see them do shit.
Sure, but
I don't want to see them do shit.
And
so F the Eagles.
Green Bay.
Yo, Green Bay just picked up Diggs, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Brother Diggs. Yeah.
The cornerback. So you got Diggs
Green Bay trying to go hard.
Yo, they got pieces too, man. Jordan Love play.
No, that's true. If Jordan Love's, but then Malik Willis looked good the other day.
Malik.
So they're gonna get good quarterback. Yeah, they got good quarterback play. Who are the teams in the NFC? That's the Rams, Seattle, San Fran, Philly.
Oh, I forgot about Seattle.
The winner of Tampa, Carolina, and
look, Tampa and Carolina don't have enough pieces to go too deep, man. So
yeah, they're first.
Watch them surprise the fuck out of us. Watch them surprise the fuck out of us.
So
for me, yeah, I'm rooting for the Rams on this one. I'm rooting for the Rams. I think it'll be the Ram. Is it possible for it to be the Rams and San Fran in the championship?
Well, the team to beat is the Seahawks. If I'm keeping it real, and
oh, I'm glad you brought that up.
So the division. So I think the Panthers and Bucks are like playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing now.
Yeah. They were still playing when we started recording, and that's a big implication because Bucks are 7-9, the Panthers are 8-8, and they have a mutual record. Bucks win, they win the division. Bucks lose, Panthers win the division. That's the NFC South. And let's see. And then you have the Bears and the Packers, and the Vikings are also 8-8 in the North. Lions are out in that one, and then in the West you have the Seahawks, the Niners, and the Rams. You know what I mean? So like the NFC. Let me see exactly what the current tree is based on the new.
And the Bears. The Bears are another effing surprise too. I wonder if Unique is happy about that. Yeah.
Shocked that it happened as soon. Good, but you know what? They got good quarterbacks.
How crazy!
And they got a head coach in that just turned the culture around.
How crazy would it be if it's fucking Chicago and New England in the Super Bowl this year? How crazy would that?
That's gonna be the highest scoring Super Bowl ever.
All right, so I got your current playoff picture. You got the Seahawks at number 1, and they have San Francisco in for Week 18. Then Chicago is 2, and they're playing Detroit this week. So it's all about if Detroit tries to play them or not. The third seed is the Eagles, and they are playing Washington. Probably going to win that game. And then the Niners are, again, like I said, we're playing Seattle. They're in the fifth spot. Rams are in 6, Packers in 7. So who's playing to get in is the Panthers and the Bucks.
Mhm.
They're playing to get in. Everybody else is eliminated. The Ravens are on the bubble too, by the way. Like they probably won't get in. I think they have to win their game against Pittsburgh. Yeah, if they beat Pittsburgh, they'll be in, and Pittsburgh won't. But Pittsburgh has to win, and they need somebody else to lose. I can't remember who. Now that I'm looking at this, but yeah, that's the plan with that. So yeah, you're again, Seattle has been the hardest team. Like, what's his name? Sam Darnold has been. I mean, not Sam Darnold. Oh my God. Oh wow. I just do a brain fart. The Seahawks. I feel like the Seahawks have only lost like one game in the last 8 or 9 weeks.
Yeah, they've been on a tear. But I expect Sam Darnold to do Sam Darnold things. So
yeah,
they got a defense like Denver though, where their defense travels and they get busy. They're active.
It's going to be good, man. These teams are now. Speaking of the Seahawks, before we move on, I'll still go with the Rams coming out of the NFC. So it'll be what did I say? The Rams and Buffalo in the Super Bowl. That's not my Super Bowl prediction. My bad. We're not making Super, but that's who I had coming out of those things. But DK Metcalf and that fan thing.
Yeah.
Y'all agree with him punching that fan in the mouth?
What did the fan say?
Well,
that's conflicting stories on that.
The fan has been an issue since Metcalf has been in Seattle, saying derogatory shit to DK. I don't know what's been said. The fan is, he's like, I've never said anything racist to him, but apparently this guy's been a piece of shit.
And he said his whole name. He said his full name, and I guess D has an issue with that.
DK has like informed security, the league about this dude. Like, there's documentation.
Did DK fuck his wife?
That might be the thing too. She might have seen this dude. She's like, hey, he looks like he's on steroids everywhere. I just want a piece of that big boy. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard of NBA hecklers. I've heard of dudes that like found out their wife or their old lady was cheating with NBA guys, and they show up at their games and fuck with them.
Hey, to those guys, I say this: it's a bitch ass move, dude. You know what I mean? You don't check the pimp, check the bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say about that. But DK, I'm all for slapping somebody on the mouth when someone's being disrespectful. But in your position, in your team's position, as a friend, I would advise, like, hey, dude, just wait till everything is done. You're going to see this clown. Hey, maybe Aaron Hernandez, that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But on the low. You know what I mean? Just on the low. You know what I mean?
I mean, he let that dude win. Right? Basically that dude won.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I mean,
like, justified to do it again. If you're a nobody, absolutely smack the shit out of him. But you got to be smarter than that when you're in a position that's in front of them cameras, dog.
Yeah, dude, your team's number one, bro. You're about to go into the playoffs. Like, hey, dog, just wait. You know what I mean? Next week could be a different story. You might be on vacation, or you might be on to the next game. Just wait. Just be patient. You know what I mean? You'll get to slap him on the mouth. Just wait a little bit, dog. Just wait a little bit. Or like, hey, dog, usually there's one nigga on the squad that you're supposed to send out and do that kind of shit.
Right. The headhunter.
Every dude in that position should have a dude on the squad that is willing to slap another dude in the face when they get out of place.
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean? But like, I feel bad for DK, but Yeah. So yeah, for me, the NFC, the Rams, the AFC, Buffalo, and you, Marcus, you said the Rams, and who did you have coming out of the AFC? That's
I'm gonna say Buffalo, but if Baltimore makes it, between the
You,
two.
you got to pick one, dog. Hey, I'm tired of you playing two sides of the coin here. You pick one. Who you taking? Who you taking?
I go
Hey,
Buffalo.
how do
I
that?
take
Say,
Buffalo.
call what you think is going to be the championship game. The two games that'll be, since we're not talking about the Super Bowl, talk about the two teams you think will make it to the championship, the AFC and the NFC championship. So 4 teams.
NFC. I'm gonna say Rams. I'm gonna say Rams and Seahawks. AFC Buffalo and Baltimore. I believe in Lamar. And one of them, Lamar or Josh, one of y'all got to win a Super Bowl this year. This is it. This is time.
I don't know, man. I guess for me it'll be Buffalo and New England.
I like that.
That is possible, right? Because I don't want to be talking at a.
I don't. Well, it depends on what happens this week, I think, with Buffalo, on how that'll work out. But more than likely, if they play each other, it would be earlier. We'll know. We'll know after 18 because we'll know the bracket. So next weekend, we could theoretically be specific to the. But that's like the teams that want to. You know what I mean? That's how I would look at that shit. Because it can change depending on who wins. Because it plinkos differently.
Gotcha. And I'm thinking the Rams and the Niners, if that's a possibility.
I like that.
That's who I got. What about you, Rick?
I'm gonna, AFC side. I'm gonna pull for the Bills. But honestly, I think the Broncos. Bills Broncos.
Yeah, they got studs on that squad.
You know what I'm saying? And then NFC. Honestly, I think the Packers are going to go further than their record shows because Jordan Love was out for like 4 weeks, and they just got Micah, and they just got a few other pieces put together. They're towards the end of the season, so their entire record doesn't show their positioning. It does hinder them a little bit because they'll probably have to play the Bears, but that'll probably be a good pushing off point. So I'm feeling Packers Rams.
Nice. Now, before we take it on to Stranger Things, I just wanted to shout out to Alex Pereira and Tracy Cortez being a thing. I don't know if you guys caught wind of that.
I did not see that, but that's interesting.
But yeah, they are the new power couple of 2026, yo. Alex and Tracy. Congrats.
Did you imagine their babies?
Boy, dude, Alex's son, I was watching Alex spar with his son. His son moves just like Alex, bro.
And when they got it, they're usually better because they get trained by that person,
Bro.
Or at least coached.
Watching his son, and dude, he was tagging Alex too, bro. Watching his son move. I was like, yo, nah, I couldn't have my son doing that to me. I'm gonna kill you. I will choke you in front of these cameras. You know what? No. But yeah, his son looks like a beast. But can you imagine him and Tracy's babies? Boy.
That's what I mean. That's gonna be insane.
Boy. But yeah, congrats to them, man. Congrats to them. I like both of them, so congrats to them. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Finale. I guess my first question to y'all, to you guys is, are you satisfied with how it ended? Before we dive into it.
With the one they picked? Because my understanding is they had like 3 or 4 alternate endings and politics. And like I've been saying about season 5, I just felt like it was always kind of cheesy, but that ending was kind of like, I felt like it was what do you call it? An audience. Like they did what they felt like the audience was going to want to see overall. I expected to read to more of a twist, but there wasn't much twist there.
I expected more death.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't say, because a lot of people did die, but not the important ones, if you will.
Not really. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like
good,
I kind
though.
of thought. I mean, it is.
I
it
didn't want
is.
to see any of them die. I'm glad they all got their happy endings. Like, hey, I might be a little bit of a cornball for that.
That's what I mean. Like, well,
kids, like I wanted to see them all happy. You know.
I want a confirmation to the audience that 11 survived. Spoiler.
I mean, I'm
of the belief that she did. Clearly, to me.
Well, I mean, like,
we'll get into it.
I mean, but it's still laid out there to us, though, in the context that that's just Mike telling the story. He's like, I want to be able to tell this story. So it doesn't confirm or deny, but at least it gives you an explanation better than she disappeared with the upside down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's much better than her dying that way.
Talk about, and
because that was an unnecessary sacrifice. That's an unnecessary sacrifice because clearly it's never taken her over in a negative way.
And, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I was completely wrong about Kali.
I thought Callie was going to kill her. Yeah, I thought that was going to be her final boss. I figured she was going to take out one, and then she'd have to fight Kali. Like that. That's what I anticipated coming out of episode 7.
Pimpin', I thought Kali was working with one, and I thought she was because with what she could do, which explains Mike's story at the end. Spoiler if you haven't seen it already. I'm sorry, but
yeah, they told her the power. That's all she had to do was pretend like she was in the upside down. It did not surprise me
because I didn't go back and watched it closely. But you know how when Kali left the image for Linda Hamilton of her still strung up, that there was a twitch.
Yeah.
Some of these clips point out that there was a twitch in this one. Again, I've only gave it a once over, so I need to go back and rewatch. I didn't see that, so if there was, I missed it. Then there was the
she had the whirlwind going around her too. Like throw that in there. Like that, it was a lot easier to be distracted versus with Callie who's sitting still in the machine.
Yeah. And with
think about the kryptonite thing though, like with the
it being Callie behind the door. That was a cool.
Yeah. Elle would have been on the ground if that was really her. You know what I'm saying? Like she wouldn't have been able to,
that's another. And then when they were in the van and Mike is having that conversation with Elle, if I remember correctly, Elle really didn't respond. She was just there was facial gestures, and then the fat kid, Delightful Derek,
Delightful Derek.
So it's maybe Mike was the only one that
he got the girl
her.
Though. He got Holly.
Yeah, he definitely did. Maybe Mike was the only one that could see her, or just the ones that were close to Elle could see her in the van, and maybe not the other ones, which is why to Derek, he might have felt like Mike was talking to himself, because that scene did stick out to me. Because I was like, why is Mike weirded out by the wave? And then it kind of made me think, I was like, oh, maybe Kali is powerful if she's projecting an image from the upside down like that. And wounded.
Well, remember she said when she did the thing for Linda Hamilton, once they got far enough, it started to fade because she's from a distance. But my thing too, man, is her nose didn't bleed when she was talking to Mike in her mind or in his mind. No nosebleeds. She just disappeared. She just vanished. She didn't get thrown away or fly. You know what I mean? It was just she was gone. So, like Rick said, they left it open to where you can interpret it however you want. But to me, I was I think that she survived. And for Mike to be the one to tell the story, I think he figured it out at graduation because he was looking at the speakers, and I think that's when it hit him. Oh, this is what happened. This is what could have happened. But I was satisfied with it, man. They fucked the Mind Flayer and Vecna up, bro. As a unit, I seen people commenting "Oh, they beat him so fast."
Joyce had to cut the head off. Is that what you're going at?
Yeah, they got to him as a unit, but Joyce, that look. Now, my thing is this:
he earned that. Vecna
at no point does Joyce ever mention that she remembers Henry in any way, shape, or form. But yet, in high school she invited him to the play.
Because she probably didn't remember it. You know what I mean? Like if it just, I don't know. One of those things when you're not, mine's not there.
Do they know that he's Henry? Like Hopper and Joyce and them, do they know like the Wheeler parents? Like I know they know Vecna, but do they know that Henry is Vecna? Like they're Henry that they went to school.
Well, when they all kind of put the two and two together, that all three were the same. But they kind of did a thing in this last one. I thought it again. Like I said, I expected a little more onion peels in the end that I guess I didn't get. But like, it almost seemed like when they had the kids getting away and they were getting into the cave, and they were making him face his memories and shit. And by the way, the spinoff is going to have to do with the rock in that case.
Yeah.
My understanding. Anyways, like I thought maybe it was going to split, because that right there tells us all that Henry didn't start it. Henry was just this storylines, because there could have been more before it. This storyline's first vessel, right? So effectively, Henry became the vessel, and I was waiting to maybe see that they were going to split it, where fucking Return of the Jedi type shit, where he splits off of Vecna, or they get him broke off of Vecna or something. I kind of I would have liked that, and I also would have liked Mike and Eleven to end up together in a faraway land.
Yeah, that would have been sweet. At least
those
Mike,
two things.
Maybe not all of them, but at least if her and Mike could have gotten away together, that would have.
Yeah, like where they tell the whole he tells the whole deal. They're done with the D&D. When you see her out there doing the training thing with the long hair at the end, she runs up, and it's when Mike gets there for the first time. Straight up Andrew Dufresne and fucking Red and Shawshank style. You know what I mean? Like where it just kind of fades out, and you see them get back together.
And, people were hung up with how old everybody is, realistically. When they're supposed to be high school kids, they can't help it. Like, come on, man, it's fucking. Look, it's TV.
Well, you're not in high school for 5.5 years. And they started filming it like a year and a half before the first season dropped. Like, you know what I mean?
Jonathan? Like, he's 34 in real life. Nancy's boyfriend.
Nancy and Jonathan. Yeah, he's definitely much older. You can tell. You can tell that they like his wig and makeup is made to make him look a little younger.
Yeah.
The whole new crew is like the original guys. They still kind of fit the age, Yeah. But the new crew people, they definitely look like they're too old. Like the older ones. They look great. They're too old.
Uma's daughter.
Uma's daughter by the last season here, like the last 3-4 episodes. You know what I mean? Like she looks straight up fucking 27 years old. Like,
for real.
But you know what? Honestly, she's a better actress. Like this show, especially the last season and a half. She's a better actress than her fucking mom.
Oh, I think she's great, man. I think she's great.
That's fair.
Uma's done her thing. She's done her, but
What's amazing, not taking away from it, like we were saying about the Alex Pereira thing, like she has, her Uma and Ethan that she got to, you get to like
she gets
put a whole bunch of learning right in. You don't have to do.
She gets qualities from both of them. So yeah,
Ethan is awesome too. He's a great actor.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
COVID set the timeline up, messed up because it took like 2 years almost for it to come out.
Yeah.
But I feel like that kind of deprived us of maybe more filler or more explanation. And the kids wouldn't have looked as old as they did. But I was fine with it because they were like, what, in 8th grade?
It didn't bother me either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
it didn't bother me. I just appreciated what they've done. I think all the kids did great.
I love everybody getting their happy endings. Like Lucas and Max being together, falling in love more and more. Dustin and Steve. Bro, let's talk about that. The way that episode started with Steve falling off of that balance, off of that.
I told you that's the one I was waiting for.
Yeah. My heart dropped.
Yeah, when they saved him. And then Jonathan of all people saved him. And then Jonathan of all people fucking catches him.
All people.
And how tight, they, like when they realized that both of them love the same girl but in a different way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no,
They
the Nuggets conversation that those two have,
Yeah.
she told you about that.
She's like,
But the best
motherfucker,
was
that
when
was for
she
hurting
explained to
ears only.
Jonathan, but when she explained it to Jonathan, that's it, that's not me. Like, that's when you knew that it's not going to happen because they kept us in suspense. Will she switch back and go back with them back and forth? Like, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? I think that when they were, we have an inside joke that we were looking at Vecna's nut when they were trapped in that room together because like it was all white when they're walking in it, but as soon as they get up on the table, it's clear. So it kind of reminds you kind of how nut works. Anyway, my wife texted all her girlfriends that are all into it and said, "Is that Vecna's nut?" It's so funny. I laughed so hard all them chicks making that joke. I'm like, they're worse than us. I digress. When they were in that room and they had that conversation, and she kind of was a lot more open about the Steve shit and about going, kind of hooking up with him while he was going to Cali and all of that. I think we knew right then that, her and Steve weren't going to end up together. It was made very clear right then.
I think Nancy and Jonathan
they did a good job closing that
in the future.
Yeah.
I think they both just needed to grow. Like because you could tell they genuinely love each other, but they felt maybe because of the shared trauma and like of all the things that have happened, and like we have to be together. But now everything is done. We can go be who we want to be. I feel like
the confessions were awesome. The confessions were awesome when they were like kicking the confessions back and forth.
Hey, when you're about to die, hey man, shit. You got shit to get off your chest, and if you can do it, bro, hey, good evening. I like that brown sugar. I don't know if I can call a grown man brown sugar.
I know. I felt funny about saying it too. That's why I said James. I'm with you. Who would you rather?
But
I will say too, the kid actors, Holly, like Delightful Derek, these kids, like even from the original cast, like they get this right every single time with these kids.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're doing their thing. And I'm gonna say this. To speak on what Rick was saying, because I think the original name of the show is going to be Montauk something, because they're in real life in Montauk, New York, because Hopper dropped the little thing for you when he was saying he's going to move and take a job up in Montauk and blah blah blah. So I believe that that's where the spinoff is going to take place. It'll be him.
They're gonna spin off. There's gonna be spinoffs. They should. They better.
You see Mike's mom in the 90s get up.
You saw that? Like it's Stranger Things 85. I think it's animated, but it's gonna be set between seasons 2 and 3, I think, or 1 and 2. I think it's 2 and 3.
Now the play that they had, because apparently you were supposed to watch the play.
James is asking, would you rather lose all of your memories, good or bad, or have someone very close to you lose all memories of you? Gamora? Like Gamora?
I actually had that as a Inquirer Minds question. I was just waiting.
Really?
But I guess, it's funny that he asked that, because that's actually on my fucking list. So I'm going to have to fucking cross that out. Shit. I guess I'd be okay with them losing all memories of me.
Selfishly, I think so too.
Yeah, I would rather be the one to go through the pain of it. I would rather go through the pain of it. Like, you could. It's real easy to use Star-Lord and Gamora as the example, right? Like, it's better that Star-Lord, it sucked for him, but it's better than Gamora being all broken heart because he don't love her. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, for sure. That Montauk thing, I'm looking forward to it. In the comic books, he has. So yeah,
he did.
The answer to that question is yes. In the comic books, he did. Look, even Black Panthers. Well, are we done with Stranger Things? Because we're gonna wrap things up. We're all happy with how Stranger Things ended. What would you guys give it from?
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5 for you, Rick?
As a series all day. Yeah, 5 out of 5.
I would say 4 blunts and a dab. I'm not going to give it a 5 because I felt like it got cheesy. I am glad that it ended when it ended because if you like, especially watching it back through the second time and binging it like that, it basically is the same recipe every season. It just there's a maturity to the details. So it was actually starting to get pretty fucking repetitive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd say like 4 or 5.
For me, the third season was probably the worst, but I'll still give it a 4.5 out of 5 blunts. I'll still give it 4.5 out of 5 blunts. Now, before we wrap things up, to get back to that, even Black Panther's powers, are just not shown enough. Because like with the shit that he can actually do, like I even think he's lifted the fucking hammer.
It's like, all about being worthy. Like Black Panther's noble, so he's able to do it. I know Captain America. There's only like a small list of people that have actually like wielded Mjolnir, but yeah, it's really about the worthiness.
And some of them were bad too. So yeah.
No, yeah.
There was one. I forget which one it was, but
on the incantation that Odin puts on it, because I know like different comics have different like versions of what he puts on the hammer. So it really depends on what he puts on it, who can lift it. But that's a good question, though. Magneto theoretically should be able to, but
Yeah, but in the comic books, he definitely has. So yeah, he definitely wielded that shit with ease. And Magneto's a fucking monster, bro. Motherfuckers just don't know. Magneto is a fucking monster. But hey, man, James, we appreciate you chiming in.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you listening. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share along with everybody else. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I am joined by my brothers Rick and Marcus. Peace.
Money, the jewels, the grips, the cars, the clothes, the bitches, the guns, the knives, the average soul. Smashing the niggas that's trying to stop the dough. To get focused, nigga, we about to blow. The money, the jewels, the grips, the cars, the clothes, the bitches, the guns, the knives, the average soul. Smashing the niggas that's trying to stop the dough. To get focused, nigga, we about to blow. Money, the jewels, the cribs, the cars, the clothes, the